What if the secret to keeping your plants alive through the entire winter was already waiting for you on a Dollar Tree shelf? Sounds almost too good to be true, right? Well, today we're breaking down 10 Dollar Tree garden hacks that will shield your plants from frost, save your wallet, and honestly make you feel like a genuine gardening expert this cold season. Welcome back to Primal Life, the place where smart growing meets real savings, and where your garden stays beautiful no matter what the calendar says. If this is your first time here, you picked the perfect moment to show up. And to those who keep coming back, you already know what this space is all about. Before we get into the good stuff, take just a second to hit that subscribe button, leave a thumbs up on this one, and tell us down in the comments where in the world you're watching from. Now let's get into it, because hack number 10 alone might completely change how you approach winter gardening this year. Hack 1. Foam coolers from Dollar Tree used as miniature greenhouses. Let's kick things off with one of the most surprisingly effective cold weather tricks out there. Those simple white foam coolers sitting near the picnic supplies at Dollar Tree. Don't walk past them without a second look. They're not only meant for keeping drinks cold at a barbecue, they're your most affordable mini greenhouse solution. The method is beautifully simple. Set your potted plants right inside the cooler, leave the lid just slightly ajar to allow a little airflow. And just like that, you've created a snug, insulated environment that holds on to warmth through the coldest hours of the night. The foam material naturally blocks out chilly drafts while preserving the heat your soil absorbed during the day. Want to push it even further? Line the inside walls with aluminum foil, also available at Dollar Tree, to reflect light back onto your plants and amplify the warmth. This setup is especially wonderful for small herbs, succulents, and fragile vegetables that simply cannot handle frost. And the most beautiful part of it all is that your plants don't need it to look sophisticated. They just need it to work. And it does. Once you experience it firsthand, every foam box you encounter will start looking like a high-end greenhouse waiting to happen. Hack 2. Dollar Tree shower curtain liners repurposed as frost shields. Now here's a Dollar Tree item that almost nobody associates with gardening, and yet it performs brilliantly in that role. Shower curtain liners. Those clear plastic panels hanging quietly in the bathroom aisle. In the garden world, they're worth their weight in gold when winter arrives. The approach is straightforward. The moment a frost warning appears, drape one of those clear liners over your garden bed or your containers before nightfall. The liner works by trapping the warmth that naturally rises from the soil, while simultaneously preventing that biting cold air from settling directly onto your leaves and stems. Come morning, simply remove it and let your plants breathe freely and absorb the sunlight. It's a reusable, affordable solution that outperforms many of the pricier frost blankets sold in garden centers. The transparent material is key because it keeps the chill at bay without blocking out the light. For added security, use Dollar Tree clothespins to anchor the corners and keep the liner from lifting in the wind. So the next time you pass through the shower section, remember you're not there for your bathroom. You're picking up your garden's winter protection layer. Hack 3. Pool noodles from Dollar Tree serving as plant insulators. This particular hack never fails to bring a smile to people's faces the first time they hear it. Pool noodles. Yes, those long, colorful foam tubes from the toy section that most of us only associate with warm summer afternoons. Turns out they're remarkably useful once the temperature starts to drop. Here's the technique. Take a pool noodle and cut a slit along one side so it can open up like a flexible sleeve. Wrap it softly around the rim of a planter or position it at the base of a delicate stem. That single layer of foam creates meaningful insulation by slowing the penetration of cold into the soil and protecting vulnerable stems from frost damage. You can also cut the noodle into shorter rings and arrange them in a circle around individual plant bases, forming protective collars that lock in warmth, retain moisture, and stop frostbite before it has any chance to begin. And honestly, there's something genuinely joyful about using a pool noodle in the dead of winter. It's the kind of unexpected, clever approach that makes gardening feel playful again. Meanwhile, your plants stay healthy, while your neighbors quietly wonder what your secret is. Hack 4. Aluminum baking pans from Dollar Tree used as sunlight reflectors and heat traps. For this next one, we're heading over to the kitchen aisle. Those shiny aluminum pans stacked near the cooking supplies might not look like garden tools, but in the right hands, they become powerful heat amplifiers during cold months. The logic is simple and effective. Position a few of these reflective pans around your garden beds or beside your pots in areas where sunlight lands throughout the day. Their shiny surfaces catch incoming light and redirect it back toward your plants, providing a meaningful boost of warmth, especially during those crisp, short afternoon hours when sunlight is precious. You can elevate the effect at night by placing a small candle or a compact solar light inside the pan. The metal disperses that warmth outward in a gentle, steady way that keeps the surrounding area just a little cozier. It's inexpensive, fast to set up, and produces a noticeable result when temperatures begin to dip. From now on, when you spot those pans at Dollar Tree, forget baking. Think of them as solar collectors for your garden. Your plants will genuinely benefit. Hack 5. Clear plastic storage bins from Dollar Tree transformed into DIY cold frames. This one deserves a special mention because it might be the most versatile and underappreciated find in the entire Dollar Tree store. Those clear, stackable plastic bins that people typically use for organizing shoes or storing seasonal items. Gardeners, we're giving them a completely different purpose. Flip one of those clear containers upside down over a garden bed, an herb patch, or a small cluster of potted plants, and you've instantly created a budget-friendly cold frame. The transparent walls trap solar heat throughout the day, block freezing winds, and maintain a small but stable microclimate directly beneath them. You're essentially giving your plants their own personal weather bubble for next to nothing. Here's an important detail to keep in mind. On warmer days, when the sun is strong, lift a corner of the bin or add a few small ventilation holes near the top to prevent overheating. These bins work exceptionally well for seedlings, leafy greens like lettuce and spinach, and any tender herbs that struggle through harsh cold snaps. And when spring finally arrives, give them a rinse and return them to storage duty. One purchase, multiple seasons of use, and a garden that makes it through winter intact. The best tools for your garden aren't always found in the garden section. Sometimes they're quietly sitting in the home organization aisle, waiting to be seen differently. Quick pause right here. If any of these ideas have been useful so far, go ahead and drop a like on this video. It genuinely helps Primal Life reach more people who love growing things on a real budget. And if you haven't subscribed yet, now's the perfect time, because we're constantly sharing smart, affordable ways to keep your garden going strong through every season. While you're at it, leave a comment below and tell us which hack has surprised you the most. We truly love hearing what you all are trying out in your own outdoor spaces. Now let's keep moving because what's coming next gets even more inventive. Hack 6. Dollar Tree plastic cups repurposed as stem and root protectors. Let's talk about one of the simplest hacks on this entire list, and also one of the most overlooked: plastic cups. Those cheerful multi-packs sitting near the paper goods that you walk past without a second thought. They can actually play a meaningful role in keeping your plants alive this winter. When frost begins to threaten, the base of your plant stems and the top layer of your root zone are the first areas to take damage. Grab a few of those plastic cups, cut out the bottom of each one, and gently place them over the vulnerable base of your plants. It forms a small but effective barrier, shielding those tender areas from direct cold air and frost contact. For seedlings or younger plants already in the ground, simply flip the cup upside down and press it lightly into the soil, creating a dome that holds warmth and moisture through the night. Plastic holds heat surprisingly well for something so thin, and it keeps frost from touching the leaves and stems directly. It might look a little unconventional to see rows of colorful cups scattered across a garden bed, but when your plants are thriving and your neighbors aren't, that visual will start to look a lot like genius. Rinse them, stack them, and keep them ready for the next cold front. Dollar Tree cups, compact, reusable, and quietly brilliant. Hack 7. Dollar Tree candles used as a gentle overnight heat source. This one sounds unconventional at first, but those who try it quickly understand why it earns a permanent place in the winter gardening routine. Simple candles from the home aisle or near the checkout area at Dollar Tree can serve as a surprisingly effective low-level heat source for your plants on cold nights. The method works best when you place 1 or 2 candles in a contained space close to your plants, such as beneath a foam cooler lid, inside a covered shelving unit, or within a DIY greenhouse made from a clear plastic bin. When lit in a properly ventilated but enclosed area during the evening, those candles emit a slow, steady warmth throughout the night. It won't create intense heat, but it doesn't need to. Even a few degrees of added warmth can be the precise difference between a plant that survives a cold snap and one that doesn't. For an even more effective setup, place a small clay pot upside down directly over the candle. The terracotta absorbs and radiates the heat outward like a compact space heater. As always, never leave an open flame completely unattended. But when used carefully and thoughtfully, this humble Dollar Tree candle becomes one of the most reliable, quiet guardians your winter garden can have. The same candle that creates a cozy atmosphere indoors can also be the thing that saves your most delicate plants from a brutal night. Hack 8. Dollar Tree plastic tablecloths repurposed as wind and snow barriers. Here's something worth saying out loud. Winter wind is one of the most underestimated threats to a garden. Frost gets most of the attention, but a sustained icy wind can dehydrate and damage plants just as severely, sometimes even faster. That's where Dollar Tree comes through again. Head to the party supplies aisle and pick up a few plastic tablecloths. These are not just for birthday tables or outdoor cookouts. Stretched over a simple frame of wooden dowels or wire stakes surrounding your garden beds, they form an effective barrier against harsh gusts and even light accumulations of snow. The plastic allows filtered light to still reach your plants while physically blocking the cold air from making direct contact. For raised beds, drape them along the outer sides like protective curtains, pinned in place with clips so they don't shift in the wind. Suddenly, your plants aren't fighting the elements directly anymore. They're sheltered behind a simple, affordable wall. When the season ends, fold the tablecloths up neatly, store them away, and they'll be ready to use again next year. They come in a wide range of colors, too. So if you care about how your garden looks, even in the off-season, you can absolutely choose something that fits your aesthetic. Practical, reusable, and genuinely effective for $1. That's a hard combination to beat. Hack 9. Decorative pebbles and stones from Dollar Tree used as natural heat retainers. Here's one that most people never think about, and yet it works quietly and consistently every single winter. Those small bags of decorative pebbles and stones from Dollar Tree's craft section might seem like they belong in a vase arrangement, but they have a remarkably practical application in cold weather gardening. Spread a layer of these stones across the surface of the soil in your pots or along the top of your garden beds. Through the day, they absorb sunlight and store that thermal energy. As temperatures fall at night, they release it gradually back into the soil, maintaining just a slightly warmer root environment than you'd have without them. That subtle difference in soil temperature helps prevent root shock, which occurs when the ground freezes too rapidly around a plant's root system. The effect is quiet but meaningful, especially for potted herbs and container plants you're trying to carry through the winter. One additional detail worth knowing: darker colored stones absorb more heat from the sun than lighter ones. So if you can find the black or deep brown varieties on the shelf, those are your best bet. Something as small and simple as a bag of Dollar Tree pebbles, functioning as a natural heat battery for your garden. That's the kind of detail that separates a winter garden that survives from one that truly thrives. Hack 10. Dollar Tree solar lights acting as gentle nighttime warmth providers. We've arrived at the final hack, and this one holds a special place because it combines practicality with something almost poetic. Dollar Tree solar lights. Those small stake lights you've seen lining pathways and garden borders, the ones that absorb sunlight all day and then glow softly once darkness falls. Most people think of them purely as decorative lighting, but there's a functional side that rarely gets mentioned. Those lights emit a faint but real warmth as they operate through the night. Positioning several of them around your garden beds or near your containers means that while they're glowing, they're also contributing a gentle, stabilizing warmth to the immediate environment. On their own, they won't defeat a heavy frost or a serious cold snap. But paired with other hacks from this list, like the foam cooler setup or the shower liner trick, those small solar lights become a meaningful part of a layered defense system for your plants. Beyond warmth, the soft light they cast through the night actually discourages animals from digging around in your soil during those cold, dark hours. So while every other garden in the neighborhood sits dark and dormant, yours will glow with quiet life, protecting itself through the night while you rest. Sometimes the smallest investment, a single solar light costing $1, carries more impact than anyone would expect. And there you have it. 10 Dollar Tree garden hacks that will carry your plants through the cold season, warm, alive, and genuinely flourishing, without putting any real strain on your budget. The truth is, you don't need expensive equipment or specialized gear to protect what you've grown. You need creativity, a little intention, and a few smart finds from the right aisle. Now we want to hear from you. Which of these hacks are you planning to try first? Drop it in the comments below because we genuinely love seeing how this community gets creative with their gardens. If something here gave you a new idea or a useful insight, go ahead and give this video a like. It helps this content reach more people who care about growing smart and spending wisely. Make sure you're subscribed to Primal Life and that the notification bell is turned on, because there are plenty more budget-conscious, garden-saving ideas on the way. We believe deeply that every garden has the potential to thrive, regardless of the season or the size of your budget. Until the next one, keep your roots warm, your soil nourished, and your love for growing things as green as ever. We'll see you in the next one.